Okay, let's unpack this. When you think about mastering your finances, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Spreadsheets. Maybe market predictions. Well, get ready for maybe a bit of an aha moment today, because we're taking a deep dive into Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money, and its core idea kind of flips that whole notion completely. We're looking at how our brains, not just our calculators, really shape our financial lives.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, I think, is that managing money isn't primarily about how smart you are, your IQ, or anything like that. It's deeply rooted in our emotions, our habits, and, well, patience. Even the smartest folks can stumble if they don't have discipline. Which kind of leads us to ask you, the listener, how much of your financial journey is actually about the numbers versus, what's going on inside your head?
Right, so if behavior really is more important than just raw knowledge, does Housel suggest that someone with maybe very little financial education could actually succeed if their habits are disciplined? That's quite a big departure from, conventional wisdom.
It really is.
And there's this profound insight Housel offers, the money lens. Your financial choices are uniquely shaped by your personal experiences, right? Your childhood, your culture, where you grew up. So there's no single right answer, no one-size-fits-all solution.
Exactly. And that means trying to copy someone else's strategy it can actually wreck your own goals.
Because you're playing a totally different game.
You're playing a different game entirely. Understanding your own money lens is just crucial. It's not just about what you earn, but why you make the financial decisions you do. And speaking of unique perspectives, the book really hits hard on this idea that wealth is what you don't see.
Ah, yeah. That's interesting.
Spending money to look rich often means you're actually not building real wealth. Rich is loud, wealth is quiet. It's an often overlooked paradox, isn't it?
It really is. It's fascinating how those subtle behavioral things just compound over time. And that idea of silent wealth, it really shifts your perspective, which leads to another kind of surprising insight from Housel. He argues for saving without a specific goal in mind.
Yeah, that one throws people sometimes.
Right. You don't need some big fancy target, just saving. He says saving simply gives you control. It gives you freedom, security, especially when life inevitably throws curveballs at you. It's about building a buffer, pure and simple.
Exactly. And this ties right into the huge power of the long game. Compounding. Time. Just sheer time in the market is way more powerful than trying to nail the perfect market timing. Even just average returns, if you're consistent and patient, can build a fortune. But, while getting rich often involves taking some calculated risks. Staying rich, that demands something else entirely. Humility, caution, a strong defense, not just offense. And what's also key here is the role luck and risk play. It's often bigger than we admit in both getting and staying rich.
That's so easy to forget, isn't it? That not every success is purely skill, and not every failure is just lack of effort. Luck matters. So with all this talk about building wealth, how does Housel tackle the idea of enough? Like, when should you stop chasing more?
Oh, that's a critical question he addresses. He argues pretty strongly that enough is genuinely the most powerful word in finance. Defining your own personal enough stops you from taking dumb risks, from that unhealthy comparison game with others. And ultimately, it helps you find actual satisfaction. It's like a mental boundary, a really powerful one.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? Our deep dive into the psychology of money really hammers home that your personal relationship with money, your behavior, it matters more than any spreadsheet or prediction. We've explored how your unique money lens, shaped by your life, dictates your choices.
Yeah.
We've seen how that quiet, silent wealth is often way more powerful than flashy spending, and the kind of profound freedom that can come from just saving to save.
Yeah, right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, you start to really grasp the immense power of compounding over long stretches of time. You see the very different challenges of getting rich versus staying rich, and you accept the reality that luck and risk, well, they play pretty significant roles. We also learned why just copying someone else's strategy is probably a financial trap for you, and why enough truly is maybe the most powerful concept. So the essential lesson here, it's about mastering your mindset, playing the long game, and defining your own version of enough.
Which really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If financial wisdom isn't just about the numbers, what's one financial rule maybe you've always followed that you might now reconsider, knowing it's probably more about your behavior than the math itself?